My name is Gary Sherwood. I'm the writer of a screenplay called All or Nothing at All. It's about the fall and rise of Frank Sinatra, set between the years 1946 and 1954. I got the idea to write the script when I was visiting a friend in Ohio, and we heard an early Sinatra recording with the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra. And my friend was amazed how different Sinatra sounded back then. And I told the story of how his voice literally changed along with the changes that he went through. He had gone through a divorce. He'd lost his recording contract with Columbia. He'd been dropped by his talent agency. He'd been dropped by MGM Studios. He was basically written off and was a complete has-been. And it was only through his own perseverance and the help of Ava Gardner that he was able to get back on his feet again. And it's a very little-known story. Most folks, except for the real hardcore Sinatra fans, really know it. And so it's really a study of greatness, what it takes to achieve greatness, what's the price you pay for greatness. It's not the first script I've written. I've been writing scripts now for a while, but I consider it my best work. And I had finaled in Scriptapalooza several years ago with a comedy called The Two Deweys, in which Elvis Presley is a character. But for the Sinatra script, I wanted to do something a bit more serious, a bit more weighty, as it were. And so I put in about, I would say, 2 to 3 months of research into it. A lot of these things I already knew. A lot of it were stories I had read elsewhere. But I reread Ava Gardner's autobiography and also went into some primary source material as well. The script itself did not take as long to write as most of my works, only because I was following true events. I already knew how it was going to end as well, with Sinatra winning the Oscar in 1954 for Best Supporting Actor in From Here to Eternity. Sinatra always told the story of how he ended up just walking the streets of Beverly Hills alone that night, just he and the Oscar, and I knew that was the image I wanted to end on. My advice to other aspiring screenwriters is, if you're really serious about this, really just keep plugging away. And by plugging away, I mean make yourself a schedule and stick to it and turn out at least 10 pages a week. Learn what your faults are and learn to basically overcome them, or perhaps, mold them to your style. That those are things that can actually make you idiosyncratic and make you stand out a bit more from the crowd. And to all screenwriters out there, I wish you all the very best of luck in your endeavors.